You. Yeah, you. You're a fellow college student, right? Well, no college student is without their dorm room, so in this inclusive tour, we'll give you the finest looks in one of the many dormitories here at RMC. The one and only Bennett Hall. Ah, Bennett Hall, on the far side of the RMC campus in the freshman village. Bennett is home to many scholars and athletes alike, all looking to better their education and beginning their full journey to adulthood and in complete independence. But what is it like to live in this intriguing dorm hall? What mysteries does it bring? How does it suit these residents that are new to living on campus without the help of their relatives or friends? Well, let's take a closer look at what these glorious living quarters look like. Upon entry of Bennett, you'll find yourself in a long hallway with dorm rooms lining the walls and a bathroom on the side. Each hall in Freshman Village are quite similar to each other, all containing 2 rows of dorms, a common bathroom, various trash cans, a fire extinguisher, sometimes a water fountain, and other small posters and such. Now, let's take the actual dorm rooms themselves. As you can see, the dorms are a little bit on the smaller side, considering you're sharing with a roommate, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Each dorm room comes fashioned with a wardrobe, a dresser, a bed and bed frame, a desk and chair, a window, and 1 roommate, not guaranteed. The dorm rooms also come with mystery stains, chipping paint, musky odors, pre-damaged furniture and flooring, and who can forget the full blast music down the hall at 3 a.m. Despite it being a bit old and uncomfortable, dorm rooms here in Bennett Hall are still something I find myself enjoying, for the most part. Now we move on to the more communal part of Bennett Hall. Right down the middle of the hall, the bathroom. The bathroom is fairly simple, sporting 3 sinks, 3 stalls, and 4 showers. Simple, but effective. If you go all the way down the hall, you'll reach the common area, a small room to hang out in with a few chairs and couches that connects the 2 sides of East and West Bennett. It's also a pretty nice place to chill or hang out with others. Be careful, everything you say echoes in that room. Going outside shows us the courtyard, a big open space that is parallel to 3 of the halls in Freshman Village. The courtyard can be a pretty nice place to relax and unwind outside, and catch a bit of fresh air. So that's the main tour of Bennett Hall. Seems like a pretty alright place to live, right? Wrong! You fool, how could you possibly think that? First thing, just like every other college, RMC seems to hate their freshmen, so obviously they would give them the crappy dorms they had. The Bennett dorms are not terrible, but compared to the upperclassmen dorms, they pale in comparison. Not to mention, RMC groups all their freshmen in Freshman Village, which is the furthest point away on campus from all the important places, say your classes, birdsong, or the dining hall, with Bennett being the furthest dorm hall. Either way, I hope you like walking, because you'll be doing a lot of it. You could always drive, but that leads to the next problem. There is nowhere to park. Bennett Hall does have a parking lot next to it, but that parking lot is fairly small and is almost always filled up. It even seems there are more cars in the parking lot than actual Bennett residents. Speaking of the Bennett residents, they're complete assholes. Most residents aren't actually outright rude or violent, but they're extremely inconsiderate and messy. For one, many of the residents will just take furniture and objects from around them and either will start hiding them or straight up stealing them. On several occasions, things like the trash cans or the fire extinguisher have gone missing. They will also steal personal items such as towels and maybe even toothbrushes people have left out. There was even one time where someone broke into another person's dorm and took their entire mattress and dragged it to the baseball field and left it there. Other main problem with the residents is that they can't clean up after themselves. The best example of this is in the bathroom. There will often be paper towels on the floor, wall, ceiling, and in the sink, and people will often leave floaters in the toilet or pee on the toilet seat and floor. There is even one situation where someone took a massive shit on the floor. Just recently, someone took a shit so big that it straight up broke the drain pipe, and raw sewage started coming out of the floor drain. It took 3 days for physical plant to fix, and they charged all the residents $5 for it. The only other problem I will find myself facing in Bennett Hall is the laundry situation, or more accurately, the lack of. Bennett Hall has no washers and dryers of its own, so we have to go to the ones next door in the other halls. The problem being that laundry takes a long time to wash and dry, and there are only 8 washers and dryers total for all freshmen in Freshman Village. The only other option is to do laundry in the room near Estes, which wouldn't be so bad if once again Bennett wasn't so far away from everything. Well, Bennett Hall and Freshman Village as a whole definitely has its flaws as well as its upcomings, but at least it's somewhere I can call home.